and we release it, so it will vibrate. So it will vibrate with the frequency. Okay. So now this is the equilibrium position. This is an equilibrium position, and this is the distance, say x0 or rather x1. This is the amplitude, maximum amplitude by which we pull the system downwards and then we release it. So if this is an equilibrium, and if we plot, this is time and this is amplitude or displacement x of t, then this is the initial displacement, so it will vibrate and it will vibrate with simple harmonic motion, and its amplitude goes on decreasing. Okay, so here you will find as this is x1, this is say this is x0, this is x0, this is x1, this is x2, this is x3, this is x4, like that. Okay, so this is how the amplitude goes on decreasing. But if you calculate the ratio of the two amplitudes, that means x1 upon x2 is equal to x2 upon x3 is equal to x3 upon x4 is equal to, this is like xn minus 1 upon xn. The ratio is same. So x1 upon x2 का जो रेशियो है वो कांस्टेंट है, वही रेशियो जो है x2 upon x3 का रहेगा, वही रेशियो x3 upon x4 का रहेगा. तो इनका जो रेशियो है वो क्या रहता है, कांस्टेंट रहता है. ओके, तो ये जो रेशियो है, दिस रेशियो इज कॉल्ड logarithmic decrement. This is called logarithmic decrement, and this logarithmic decrement is denoted by delta. So this logarithmic decrement is denoted by delta, and this is given by 1 upon n log to the base e x1 upon xn plus 1. Okay. So here the logarithmic decrement after n oscillations. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So n is after n number of oscillations. So we can find out the logarithmic decrement. Otherwise, this delta is also given as, if we are calculating the two successive decrement, then it is also calculated as x1 upon x2. Okay, this is also same and this is also same. This formula is applicable when we are taking the amplitudes of two successive amplitudes, and this formula is applicable if we are taking first and say nth number of uh, amplitude. So first and nth number of amplitude अगर लेते हैं तो उस केस में ये वाला फॉर्मूला लगता है, और यहाँ पे कैसा है कि n का वैल्यू अगर 1 डाल दिए, so it becomes delta is equal to log e x1 upon x2. So this is the logarithmic decrement. Okay, and this delta we have derived. This delta is 2 pi c upon under root cc square minus c square. This delta is also calculated as 2 pi into C. C is damping coefficient. Under root Cc square. Cc square, we know that it is a Cc is critical damping and it is given by 2 under root Km. Okay. Cc is given by 2 under root Km. So if you know the critical damping, if you know the damping coefficient, then you can find out the value of delta. Okay. Similarly, the frequency of this vibration. So frequency of this vibration is called as damp frequency. This is damp frequency. Damp frequency. And it is this damp frequency is given as 1 minus zeta square into omega n. So omega n is the natural frequency of the system, but in the damped system, the system won't vibrate with its natural frequency, but it will vibrate with slightly lesser frequency, and that is called damped frequency. And this damped frequency is given by 1 minus zeta square under root omega n. Okay. Omega n, we can easily find out omega n is under root k by m. Okay. So these are the formulas that we require for solving the problems. Okay. First is the logarithmic decrement. So if the first amplitude of the first oscillation and the nth amplitude of the nth oscillation is given, in that case you have to use this formula 1 upon n log to the power e x1 upon xn plus 1, and the logarithmic decrement of the two successive amplitudes are given as log to the base e x1 upon x2. Okay, and the formula for logarithmic decrement is 2 pi c upon under root cc square minus c square. So cc we know it is 2 under root km. Damp frequency is calculated as under root 1 minus zeta square into omega n, and omega n is given by under root k by m. Then we have seen the responses. Then we have seen the responses. For example, if this is time and this is the response x of t, or displacement, you can say is displacement. Then if the value of zeta is equal to 1, then the response will be, so this is the initial displacement that you are giving. So the response is like this. So this is for zeta equal to 1, and this is called critical damping. This is called critical damping. Then second case is when zeta is greater than 1. Zeta is greater than 1. This is called over damping. This is called over damping. So in case of over damping, the system will come to rest. Okay, so exponentially, system will come to rest exponentially. And when zeta is less than 1, so this is over damping. And when zeta is less than 1, this is called under damping. This is under damping. So system will vibrate system will vibrate with simple harmonic motion, but its amplitude goes on decreasing. Its amplitude goes on decreasing. So if you see the amplitude, so this amplitude goes on decreasing. So these are the three cases of critical damping, under damping, and over damping. Okay. In practical use, we don't use over damping and critical damping. We always follow under damping. Okay. Because in no application we require the vibration to be suddenly come to zero. Okay, so that will that will pose different problems. So we always develop a system in which the vibration goes on decreasing with respect to time, and after certain time it come down. It should come down. तो प्रैक्टिकल में हम अंडर डैम्पिंग वाले केसेस ही डील करते हैं. ओके, so this is what we have discussed in the previous video lecture and previous to that video lecture. So in the last two video lectures we have discussed this thing. Now we will solve some numericals based on this. If you have any doubt, then you can unmute yourself and you can ask the question. Okay. So, first problem, it is written. Are you able to see the text? आपको दिख रहा है क्या टेक्स्ट दिख रहा है क्या ये लिखा हुआ बराबर? Yes, anybody?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
दिख रहा है ना? Okay, thank you. So, I read out the problem. A mass of 1 kg is attached to the end of the spring with stiffness value as 0.7 Newton per mm and damping provided is only 20% of the critical value. Find the frequency of the damp vibration. So here a mass of 1 kg is attached. Okay, so a mass of 1 kg is attached. So this is the damp system. So here mass is equal to 1 kg. So mass of 1 kg is attached at the end of the spring with a stiffness of 0.7. So stiffness value K is equal to 0.7 Newton per mm. And damping provided is only 20% of the critical value. 20% of the critical value. Now we know that critical value is 1. So critical damping is what? Zeta value is 1. So here the value of zeta is 20% of critical damping. Okay. So 20% of the critical damping, that means the value of zeta is 0.2. Okay. So value of zeta is 0.2. So this is given. Find the frequency of the damp vibration. Now we know that in the damp system, the system vibrates with damp frequency and not the natural frequency. Okay, so इसका जो solution है, so solution. So we are knowing this zeta value we are knowing, k value we are knowing, the mass value, and we need to find out the damp frequency. Okay, and we know that this damp frequency is given as 1 minus zeta square omega n. Okay, this is what we are seeing. It is 1 minus zeta square into omega n. Now we are knowing the zeta value. So zeta value is 0.2. Omega n we don't know, but we can find out the omega n value. So omega n is given by under root k by m. Under root k by n. So we are knowing the value of k, we are knowing the value of m. We can easily find out the natural frequency. So, but here, if you want the answer in radian per second, so here k value, stiffness value should always be in Newton per meter. Okay, whether it's k value or whether it's damping coefficient, it should be Newton meter per second, Newton meter second, इसी में वैल्यू रहना चाहिए. लेकिन यहाँ पे जो k का वैल्यू दिया है, ये क्या दिया है? इट इज 0.7 न्यूटन पर mm दिया है, तो इसको हमको कन्वर्ट करना पड़ेगा. तो यहाँ पे न्यूटन पर mm को कन्वर्ट करेंगे न्यूटन पर मीटर में, सो इट विल बी 0.7 into 10 to the power 3. So here it is converted, k is converted into Newton per meter, and this is divided by mass. So mass value will always be in kg. Okay, रेडियन पर सेकंड में अगर आपको आंसर चाहिए तो मास वैल्यू शुड ऑलवेज बी इन केजी. तो यहाँ पे मास का वैल्यू दिया है 1. So if you take the square root of 700, so how much it is? कितना आता है, कैलकुलेट करूं. So under root of 700. Hmm?
26.45.
26.45. This is radian per second. So if you put the value of Newton per meter and kg, then your answer would be in radian per second. So it is 26.45 radian per second. Now, to find out the damp frequency, we know everything in this formula. So we simply put the values over here. So omega d is equal to under root 1 minus zeta value is 0.2. So 0.2 square into 26.45. So find out the answer of this. So 1 minus 0.2 square root mean into 26.45. So I request everyone to keep your calculators ready. Okay.
$25.91.
So 25.91. So this is the damp frequency, and its unit will be radian per second. Radian per second. So this is the frequency, damp frequency. Okay, you can see here that the damp frequency is slightly less than the natural frequency. अगर यहाँ इसमें से अगर हमने डैम्पर निकाल दिए, अगर डैम्पर निकाल दिए तो जो सिस्टम वाइब्रेट करेगा उसकी फ्रीक्वेंसी ये रहेगी, लेकिन अगर हमने यहाँ पे डैम्पर लगा दिया जिसका कि जीटा वैल्यू 0.2 है, तो उस केस में जो सिस्टम वाइब्रेट करेगी वो ये वाले फ्रीक्वेंसी से, डैम फ्रीक्वेंसी 25.91 इससे ये करेगी. ओके, so this is first problem. Now we move on to another problem. So a vibratory system in a vehicle is to be designed with following parameters. And the parameters are K is equal to 100 Newton per meter, C is equal to 2 Newton per meter per second, N is equal to 1. The amplitude ratio, the amplitude ratio from its starting value after 3 complete oscillations is equal to how much? So this is a problem. So a vibratory system in a vehicle is to be designed with the following parameters. So एक vehicle है, vehicle का design हमको करना है. The stiffness value is given as 100 Newton per meter. Damping coefficient C is given as 2 Newton meter per second or 2 Newton second per meter. So it is one and the same thing. Mass is given as 1 kg. This is kg. The amplitude ratio from its starting value after 3 complete oscillations हमको निकालना है. ओके, तो यहाँ पे क्या निकालना है? तो द एम्पलीट्यूड रेशियो, तो एम्पलीट्यूड रेशियो निकालना है. क्या निकालना है? एम्पलीट्यूड रेशियो फ्रॉम इट स्टार्टिंग वैल्यू टू 3 कंप्लीट ऑसिलेशन. सो यहाँ पे जो नंबर ऑफ ऑसिलेशन है, तो नंबर ऑफ ऑसिलेशन इज इक्वल टू n इक्वल टू 3. ओके, तो यहाँ पे n का वैल्यू कितना है? 3 है. और हमें निकालना क्या है? एम्पलीट्यूड रेशियो, यानी ये so this is suppose x1 is x2, this is x3, and this is x4. तो 3 कंप्लीट ऑसिलेशंस के बाद यानी x1 अपॉन xn+1 ये निकालना है 3 कंप्लीट ऑसिलेशंस के बाद. दैट मीन्स x1 अपॉन x3+1. सो x1 अपॉन x4 ये निकालना है बिकॉज यहाँ पे n का वैल्यू कितना है 3 है. तो 3 कंप्लीट ऑसिलेशंस के बाद जो एम्पलीट्यूड रेशियो है वो निकालना है. तो ये जो है ये चीज हमें निकालनी है. ओके. नाउ हमें ये पता है कि लॉगरिथमिक डिक्रीमेंट डेल्टा इज गिवन एज 1 अपॉन n log to the power e x1 upon xn+1. So this formula we know. Okay. So if you n also we know, we need to find out this ratio. Okay. So this ratio we need to find out. So if you know the value of delta, then you can easily find out the amplitude ratio. So delta कैसे find out करेंगे? Now delta we know that it is 2 pi c upon under root cc square minus t square. So it is given as 2 pi c upon under root cc square minus t square. अब इसमें क्या डिफिकल्टी है? इसमें c का वैल्यू हमें पता है. हाँ हमें पता है c का वैल्यू पता है. cc का वैल्यू पता है क्या? cc का वैल्यू हमें नहीं पता. तो cc का वैल्यू पहले फाइंड आउट करना पड़ेगा. बट वी नो दैट cc इज इक्वल टू 2 अंडर रूट km. cc इज नथिंग बट 2 अंडर रूट km. Here we know k we know, m also we know, so we can easily find out the value of cc. So this is 2 under root k का कितना वैल्यू है? It is 1000. It is in Newton meter. So remember this is in Newton meter. So it is in Newton meter multiplied by mass. Mass is given 1 kg. So it is 1. So ये क्या हो जाएगा? 200 का स्क्वायर रूट आएगा 10. So 10 into 2 20. So this is Newton meter per second. So cc is given as 20 Newton per meter square, meter per second. So here put the value. So this is 2 pi. c कितना दिया है? 2 under root 20 का स्क्वायर माइनस 2 का स्क्वायर. तो यहाँ पे डेल्टा का वैल्यू कितना आया? कैलकुलेट करो. 2 पाई इंटू 2 अपॉन अंडर रूट 20 स्क्वायर माइनस 2 स्क्वायर. इसका कैलकुलेट करो और बताओ लॉगरिथमिक डिक्रीमेंट डेल्टा कितना आया?
0.63.
0.63. Yes, it is 0.63. So अभी हमको क्या निकालना है? ये निकालना है. हमें ये पता है, ये निकालना है. So 0.63 is equal to 1 upon n का वैल्यू कितना है? 3 है. So 1 upon 3 log e x1 upon x4 or rather x3+1. So log e x1 upon x3+1 is equal to 3 into 0.63 and x1 upon x3 plus 1 is equal to e to the power 3 into 0.63. तो अगर log हटाना है तो यहाँ पे e to the power 3 into 0.63 करना पड़ेगा. तो ये 3 into e to the power 3 into 0.63 कैलकुलेट करो कितना आया.
6.61.
6.61. Okay, so this is the ratio. This is the ratio of the first amplitude and amplitude after 3 oscillations. It is given as 6.61. So this is the solution of this particular problem. So now we will take one more problem. Okay. So this is a data of a viscous dam spring mass system. Okay, so this is a data of viscous dam vibrating system. Mass is given as 2.5 kg. Spring stiffness is given as 3 Newton per mm. Amplitude decreased to 25% of the initial value after 5 consecutive cycles. So after 5 consecutive cycles, the amplitude is decreased to 25% as that of the initial value. Okay, so ये ऐसा है. तो इनिशियल वैल्यू अगर सपोज x1 है, so after 5 consecutive oscillations, so this is x2, this is x3, this is x4, this is x5, and this is x6. So after 5 consecutive cycles, so x6, that is nothing but x n plus 1. So here value of n is 5, क्योंकि यहाँ पे 5 oscillations बोला है, 5 consecutive oscillation cycles. So n का वैल्यू क्या है यहाँ पे 5 है. So xn plus 1, that is nothing but x5 plus 1 value is 25% of the initial value. So 25% and is 0.25 of the initial value. So initial value is x1. So this relation we have obtained from the problem. Similarly, value of m, value of k is given, and we need to find out the damping coefficient of the damper in the system. That means c, small c, ये वैल्यू हमें फाइंड आउट करनी है. ये वाली वैल्यू हमें फाइंड आउट करनी है. अभी कैसे फाइंड आउट करेंगे? ओके, नाउ फर्स्ट we know that delta is equal to 1 upon n log to the base e x1 upon xn plus 1. तो इसमें से n का वैल्यू हमें पता है, इट इज 1 upon 5 log e x1 is x1 and xn plus 1 is 0.25 into x1. So this x1 will get cancelled. So here the answer is 1 upon 0.25, that means 4. Okay, so log to the base e 4 divided by 5. तो यहाँ पे अब हमको लॉगरिथमिक डिक्रीमेंट डेल्टा मिल जाएगा. ओके, तो ये वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करो. लॉग ई ऑफ 4 डिवाइड बाय 5.
0.277.
0.277. Okay, so this is the value of delta. Now we need to find out the value of c, damping coefficient. So we know that delta is nothing but 2 pi c upon under root cc square minus c square. Okay, तो ये फॉर्मूला हमको पता है. अब इसमें से हमको ये पता है, डेल्टा पता है, सी हमको निकालना है. सीसी हम फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं क्या? बिल्कुल फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं. सीसी इज नथिंग बट 2 अंडर रूट के एम. सीसी इज नथिंग बट 2 अंडर रूट के एम एंड दिस इज 2 अंडर रूट के. कितना है? 3 न्यूटन पर एमएम. मैंने जैसे बोला है कि के का वैल्यू हमेशा न्यूटन पर मीटर में ही डालना है. ओके, वेदर इट्स क्रिटिकल डैम्पिंग फाइंड आउट करना हो या फिर आपको नेचुरल फ्रीक्वेंसी फाइंड आउट करना हो, तो इसको हम कन्वर्ट करेंगे न्यूटन पर मीटर में. सो दिस इज 3 into 10 to the power 3 into मास केजी में दिया है 2.5. तो 2 अंडर रूट 3000 into 2.5 का स्क्वायर रूट. तो तो इसका वैल्यू कितना आया सीसी का
173.20.
173.20. दिस इज न्यूटन मीटर पर सेकेंड और न्यूटन सेकेंड पर मीटर. ओके, ये आया. अब ये वैल्यू जो है ये वैल्यू इसमें डालना है. तो डेल्टा वी नो इट इज 0.277 is equal to 2 pi c upon under root 173.2 का स्क्वायर माइनस c स्क्वायर. ओके, तो अभी यहाँ पे हम क्या करेंगे, इसको इधर लेके आएंगे. सो इट इज 0.277 अंडर रूट 173.2 का स्क्वायर माइनस सी स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 2 पाई सी. अब ये स्क्वायर रूट हटाना है तो हम क्या करेंगे, बोथ साइड स्क्वायर कर देंगे. सो इसका स्क्वायर और इसका स्क्वायर, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा 0.277 का स्क्वायर मल्टीप्लाई बाय 173.2 का स्क्वायर माइनस सी स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू 4 पाई स्क्वायर सी स्क्वायर. तो ये 173.2 का स्क्वायर कितना होता, 173.2 का स्क्वायर कितना होता है
सर सी की वैल्यू 7.628 आती है.
हाँ राइट. तो ये अगर इक्वेशन सॉल्व किया और सी का वैल्यू आपने कैलकुलेट किया, ओके, तो सी का वैल्यू आता है 7.6378 न्यूटन मीटर पर सेकेंड. तो यहाँ पे डैम्पिंग कोएफिशिएंट का वैल्यू जो है वो हम फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं. तो ऐसे ही प्रॉब्लम्स आते हैं. अगर आपने प्रीवियस एग्जामिनेशन के पेपर्स है, मैं आपको व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे सारे जितने भी समर 16, विंटर 16, समर 17, विंटर 17, समर 18, विंटर 18 अप टू 20 तक सारे जो यूनिवर्सिटी के क्वेश्चंस है वो मैं सारे यूनिवर्सिटी के क्वेश्चंस व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे डाल दूंगा. इसी तरह के प्रॉब्लम्स जो है वो एग्जाम में भी आते हैं. और जो ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप क्वेश्चंस है एमसीक्यूज जो है उसमें भी ऐसे छोटे छोटे वैल्यूज आपको फाइंड आउट करना होता है. ऑप्शंस में से करेक्ट वैल्यू सिलेक्ट करना होता है, तो आप इजीली कर सकते हो. ओके, तो अगर आपको कुछ डाउट होगा तो आप पूछ सकते हो यहाँ पे.